All right, so again, it's the confrontation about it being a criminal matter or being a reason to consider mental health. And it's because, in a way, I've run across a lot of information that I wasn't supposed to care to recognize going on in the world. And I think that because of these things, that it doesn't really matter because or where that information lands. They know where the information lands. I almost think with intent to target, the Reds, the people that are dissidents out here that are trying to speak up for what's right in this situation. And I mean, just what is right? I mean, what is right? Do I have a right to rhyme for a reason of getting justice and liberty when these things are happening underneath the Earth's surface of what you're able to see? I don't know. I just feel that it's wholeheartedly like challenging because it's it's an attempt. It's challenging because with what's happening, it's an attempt to push back my own understanding of what's happening to me, and it's and it and honestly, it's good to present yourself in a calm perspective. But if a psychiatrist, an example, suggests that it's a mental health issue, it'd be clear, concise to respond with something that you understand their perspective, and you're not trying to challenge their authority. That's not the goal. It's just that if they're not seeing it as a criminal matter, and it is the same way as with dealing with uh, there being a police report that's just wholeheartedly being ignored, to even for you to even write what's happened to you, or you to even say or whatever what's going on with you, it's just to add more clout. It's just to add more clout to a thing to avoid any kind of accountability into what is actually going on with you. So avoid unverified theories regarding these things, but stick to things that can be verified. And if there are gaps in your knowledge or evidence, acknowledge them rather than speculating. This shows that you're aware of what you know and what you don't know, because we don't know everything. Only thing is that in a circumstance, speculation should be invited because in order to in order to investigate something that's happening to you, you kind of have to speculate to get to the truth. You see what I mean? It's not that you yourself is thinking like a criminal. It's that you yourself is dealing with criminal intent over you the entire time, and that now that you come to find out what it is, where it's come from, how it's been aimed, and all that kind of stuff, then all of a sudden everyone wants to deflect on your actual reason, your actual ability to reason. And it's just daunting to me because it's a concern for me because it's, I mean, my frame in general, my body, is in concern for its own safety because of the cortisol levels, because of the levels of whatever they were doing to me, because of the word salad and the abuse alone and how it just made me feel. Your body is not designed to tolerate the infliction of abuse. So when you feel the abuse, no matter how it comes onto you, you know that it's abuse and you know that it's not yourself. You see what I'm saying? You know that it's something that's being done to you. And you yourself know it. You just can't put a name to it. You can't put a face to it. All of that. And so it'd be good to highlight patterns. It'd be good to highlight patterns of abuse, saying something like I've been noticing a consistent of patterns of this behavior, where the individual would get me into a place of mind, and it's right after they were there, and then right before they would be targeting you in harmful ways to word salad you, as to push you into a suicidality, and as to push you into a place that, oh, that problem will just go and sort itself out. You see? And so it'd be good to document these patterns, but it's hard when you're conflicted with that, and then And then law enforcement, I'm sorry, but law enforcement just acts like a pair of silicone tits. Just fake as can be, and there's nothing, I mean, I don't know. I don't like them, personally. I like real. Real and just, I like real. So, I don't like the way it's not being investigated into a matter that is actually concerning a plot of premeditated murder over my life. And I think these things are very easy to see. And I think that these things throughout my history would be defined very simply. And so, with the patterns of just my role in going and seeking medical help, my role in where I've been set, or what's happened to me with where I've been, and just never allowing me to grow, never allowing me to build, never allowing me to my own story, never allowing me to my own journal, never allowing me to my own love life, never allowing me to my own money or ability to money, never allowing me to carry on to build. Plain and simple. Never allowing me to me. Never allowing me to my own worth and what I would do if I wasn't hacked, misaligned in that way. These things have pushed me into such patterns in my life that I believe wholeheartedly it's cold. It's straight up cold to suggest that this is a mental health with me when I'm coming out saying I'm creating a heart work movement for a mindset shift that has to deal with covetousness, and that I'm suggesting and I'm saying that I personally have made it a pact with the Lord that I don't have the right to take it there. Unless they're inflicting that violence against me, I don't personally have right to take it there. But with what activities had been taken with me, these things are very, very, very violent. Stripping me of myself, my ability to see a thing for what it is, while at the same time working on hacking me, working on manipulating me, working on smear campaigns, and all sorts of things. That's to wipe me out of self and place me in clout. You see what I mean? And so the request for law enforcement is paramount. But the fact of the involvement being that it's to emphasize that you've considered all possibilities before you believe that law enforcement would need to be involved. You've ran every single 86 different